further ado, take a look at what he has to share about his journey to success. Feel like I'm in the presence of royalty. King Kaka is in the building. His posse is in the building, and it's bigger than the crew, the Living With Ess crew right now. Is this how you always rock up to places?
Yeah, they're my peoples, man.
It's interesting. You've got your manager, you've got a photographer, you've got a videographer, you've got PR.
Who else? One person is not here.
Yeah, but that's like when you rock up, it's like King Kaka plus six.
Plus. I think there are 2 people who are not here. Yeah. So.
What? How does that feel? Do you know that when you walk into a room that you command people's presence and that kind of power?
No, it feels like growth, and then it feels like everyone here is also running after their dreams.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're all giving each other opportunities.
Wow.
Yeah, so the photographer we're all trying to help him.
Yeah.
And they're helping me.
Right.
Yeah, the manager as well.
Yeah.
So everyone is on their own path in achieving their dreams. So that's how I look at it.
Okay. Yeah. You sound like a great boss too. I like that you also didn't go like, well, you know, it's me.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
This is who I am.
No, that's how I look at it. We all want to achieve different dreams. Yeah.
Right.
And they cross at some point.
Yeah, they intersect.
Yeah.
So, you have an album coming out.
Boom.
Yeah, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard about, but in case they haven't, East London Royalty, coming out 30th
November.
Of November.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the album?
It's my 5th album. I'm really excited because even the features are not only from Kenya.
Yeah.
I have USA features, a Jamaican feature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've really worked hard for this album.
Okay.
In the beginning of the year, I wasn't so sure if I wanted to drop an album. Even if you notice, like I didn't release so much music this year. I was like, I need to do things differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with this album, I have achieved what I projected from the beginning of the year.
Wow.
I was like, yo, it's just the way I wrote it.
Yeah.
Ndo hii hapa.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so why the number of songs? I know the actual CD will have 18
It will have
songs and then
18,
22
yeah,
songs in the
22
digital
digital,
copy.
yeah.
So that's a significant amount of songs. Why did you land on that many?
Because I recorded 40 songs.
Okay. So it's even like cut down from 40.
I really had time just to choose which ones will be on the album. But then I told my team, since we have space and digital, let's do 22.
Hey, and who knows?
But then the CD only can contain 18.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why there's 18 and 22.
Right.
But if I had the chance and power, I would put all the 40 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I treasure them, I respect them as well. Yeah, I took some time kuziandika.
Okay, okay. So tell me about your childhood, which you've been very vocal about, but what's your fondest memory of your childhood?
I think, when people say Islando, there's a lot that goes around Islando. Asawanajua, they think about njaa, which I went through, crime. My friends went through, and most of them are jailed. Some are dead. It's not a movie, it's the truth. I witnessed the separation of my parents when I was very young, and that was one of the memories that I had Naijawai toka in my mind. So
how old were you?
I was in nursery school. I think that's 5, 6?
Yeah.
6? I think so.
Thereabout, yeah.
Yeah. And I was so close to my mom. Yeah, so it hit me, but then also shaped who I am now.
Right.
Because we were raised, my mom raised us, and alitufunza to be responsible from the word go.
Okay.
So even my first business, nilianza while I was in nursery and class 1. Yeah, I was selling rabbits.
No.
That's the name rabbit. Yeah, that's the name rabbit. Yeah.
Why rabbits?
It was a booming business.
In kindergarten.
Yeah, I know.
Nursery school.
Actually, that was the selling point. Actually, so guys were like, "There's a kid selling rabbits."
Oh. Yeah. So that entrepreneurial spirit started back then.
So and then my mom gave me power to know accounting. So every time, my mom used to sell fruits. So every time she comes back, Gioni, hands me the money, tells me this goes back to the bananas, this goes back to the oranges. So I used to know what remains as the profit and where does it go. So I learned that from a very tender age, and that has shaped the way I work. Right. Work ethic, I learned there, and also that I applied that in my rabbit business.
Yeah, rabbit business.
Yeah. So I can really, my childhood shaped who I am now.
Okay.
I respect it.
Okay, so why do you think that you didn't end up in the same path that you said a lot of your friends ended up in, whether that's jail or death?
It's a choice.
Okay, tell me more about that.
It's a choice. We lived in the same neighborhood, same background, poor families. So, question is, how comes I'm here and some of them are in jail now? I say it's about choice. I hang around musicians who smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. It's a choice. It's just a choice of you telling me, pass it over. I had a choice. I could access firearms while I was in Kaloleni or Maringo or Jericho. Some of my friends did that. They accessed the firearms. I chose not to.
where do you get that value system from?
I always tell people that poverty inspired me. Yeah, so I saw different lifestyles when I was young. The ghetto lifestyle, and one of my uncles was wealthy, so my mom could send us there over the weekend, and I would see how they lived. So I asked myself, how do I get to that point? I wanted that life for my kids.
Yeah.
So that triggered the way I was thinking now.
Okay.
I went back to the ghetto and I said, no. I think they did their things differently. So I want that for my family and my kids as well. So even most times when the weekend came, because I was a day scholar all my life, never went to the boarding school. So most times during the weekend I used to just go to Westlands and just chill there and just see how they lived.
Nice.
Yeah,
to
like,
see what the good life looks
Westlands,
like. Yeah.
And then go back to Eastlands.
I hear you. So it's being able to see both sides and knowing that's what I want for myself.
What I want,
that's what I am worthy of. That's what I'm working for and fighting for.
Sometimes exposure
I completely
plays the magic.
Yeah, I completely agree. When you come out of your world and you start to experience things that are different, it expands your minds in ways that you can't explain to someone else. So then you got inspired to start to get into the music business because of your brother. Can you describe how different the music industry is today from when it was when you first started?
There's evolution now of not only music business but all businesses. But music, to be specific, is, I mean, now there's social media. One, and then there's YouTube. There was a time when I released my first song. I knew you had to take that song to someone who had a YouTube channel. Even the first song is not on my channel.
Wow.
Jamnakam is not on my channel. Because there was a guy who had a YouTube channel, so everyone was looking for him. We didn't, lack of information, we didn't know. But right now, everyone has a YouTube channel. Everyone.
Guilty. Everyone has a YouTube channel.
And you find that we don't have now to go to media to release songs. There's that aspect as well.
Like the middleman.
I can just release it on my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and it's a hit song. For example, my Dundaing track, I haven't gone to any. This is the first stop since I released my Dundaing track, and it's everywhere.
Look at that. I'm always so fascinated by how social media and YouTube has completely transformed how people do business, interact with each other, their state of mental health, and to me it's revolutionary. How different it is.
Plus also I think opportunities are not that much, but you can create opportunities. Plus YouTube now lets you, I call it the University of YouTube.
Oh. Why is that?
If I want to learn something today on how to be a tailor, I just go to YouTube University.
Exactly. So you wear a lot of hats. You are an entrepreneur, you're a writer, you're an award-winning artist, you are an activist. Which of these hats is the most difficult for you?
I don't look at them as difficult. I love challenges, and that's why I'm doing all this. Because I say, if I have the slightest way of doing it, then I'll do it. I think of an idea today, and I'm a graphic designer as well.
What? Okay.
I made this logo, I think, 10 years ago.
First of all, I just want this entire look.
I'll
not
hook
gonna
you
lie.
up,
I want this entire
look. As long
look.
as you wear it on.
I'll rock it. Had I even known, I'd have been rocking it. It would have been twinsies matching, but I like it. So you're a designer too.
I'm a designer.
So is there one that's more, and a father? Is there a role that you play that's more challenging than the others?
No, I give them equal respect. They have shaped who I am. So, but music has been the foundation of all this, because I love poetry, and most people know me via music. And then they discover, oh, he's also a writer, he's a designer, he's a graphic designer, he's a humanitarian. is all this.
Yeah.
So music is the foundation, but I like taking up new challenges. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know how you're juggling everything, but I will ask you in the next segment. We have to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll delve into King Kaka, the empire, and the brand. We'll be back in a moment. Kaka. Now, earlier we were talking about all the different hats that you wear, and I just want to paint a clear picture of who this guy is in case you're not quite sure. First and foremost, he's an award-winning artist. You heard that his 5th album is coming out the 30th of this month. He is an activist. You founded Bank on Me, the sanitary towel campaign.
Yes.
You're also a UNICEF advocate. You are an influencer in the Better for Kenya campaign.
Yes.
You travel regularly. You've been hosting listening parties around the country,
yeah.
And you've recently come back from a trip in New York where you were part of the goalkeepers, the Bill and Melinda Gates goalkeepers event.
Yes.
I need to catch my breath. You have a weekly column on the Standard.
Yeah.
I think you just recently wrote your 65th article.
Yeah.
And you're an entrepreneur. You've got all these businesses, and you're a father to how many children?
3 kids.
3 kids.
Yes.
And you're trying to tell me that you're not a machine. And
No.
None of
I
this.
think God created us in a way we can hack it.
Not hack that. I don't know. I don't know how you're doing it.
Yeah,
How do you balance?
I have 35 hours a day.
Okay, that's the secret. That's what we need.
And 9 days a week.
35 hours, 9 days. Seriously though, Kaka, how do you balance it?
I think it's just planning.
Okay.
Yeah, I plan myself. Like today, I was here very early.
That's true.
Just to
You're
finish
before the crew, yeah. To finish that
finish my article. Yeah. And then after this, I have another interview. Then I need to go to a studio session. Then after that, I go to the band practice. Tomorrow morning, the same. Just planning my week, and also not to overstretch myself.
Right.
Because there's that as well.
Yeah.
I know when to say no.
Right.
And I went to say, guys, I'm resting today. Okay. Yeah, so if it were not for this album, I usually rest on Mondays and Thursdays.
Okay.
I don't work on Mondays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Just chill at home, dress my daughter before she goes to school.
Yeah.
Wait for her when the bus comes.
Yeah.
Play with my son.
Yeah.
Just chill at home, watch movies. Yeah, because I'm human at the end of the day. I have a life. Yeah.
I like that you're not this cog, this machine that's just going, and you've learned how to say no,
yes.
which a lot of people struggle with. Now, you wrote something that really caught my attention. While talking about the Kaka Empire, you said, the first time you come up with an idea and you do all the calculations and see all the projections on how you make money, you get excited. And then reality doesn't quite match up to the dream, and you feel like the darkness is closing in on you. What did the darkness look like and feel like for you? Darkness
in that aspect applies in so many. It was poetic.
Mm-hmm.
It meant, one, we will not be handed everything that we dream about. We are dreamers. Most of us are. But question is, are we willing to go that extra mile? If you ask anyone here, they'll tell you, I have a dream. I want to do this in the next 1 year. I want to do this. But how many people do follow up? So in between that and achieving, that's where the darkness is. You get that most entrepreneurs have struggling businesses. I wrote an article, I think 2 weeks ago, and I told entrepreneurs it's fine. I've failed. I embrace failure. There are times, because when I fail today, I'll win tomorrow. That's how I achieve. If you walk through a dark path and you fall into a pit, the next time when you are walking through that dark path, you'll know you'll carry a torch or a light, because now you get prepared, and it prepares you to win. So embrace failure. Most of us are afraid to fail. Yet we don't know that failure will give us the achievements that we want. And so we get comfortable. Even being comfortable is a darkness on its own.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, it's a darkness. And people embrace darkness. They're in the darkness and they don't want to face the light. So the fewer face the light, know that you have to go through the darkness to get to the light. It's the tunnel.
So what kept you going during that time? Where did you draw your inspiration or mentorship from when you were trying to go from your dreams to success?
Knowing my past kept me going. Just knowing the struggle that I've gone through, and I always go back to Eastlands. I always go back to Kaloleni. I think every 3 days I'm there, and I sit around with guys and just pick their minds on what's happening now and how can we change things. But I realized I'm blessed. I'm now in a different space altogether. At some point I was there as well. So that has kept me going, and in turn I achieve. Always know your past so that you may know your future.
Always remember, never forget. So you were a mentor in the Be Your Own Boss program. What does it take to be your own boss?
It takes a lot. It takes struggles. It takes. You have to be different. I always tell people, don't follow the wind. Our difference makes us unique. Most young people now, I'm afraid to say so, but guys are just lazy. Guys are just lazy. They want the overnight success. But it has taken me 10 years to sit here with you. That's how I look at it.
It's taken me 8 years to be sitting here interviewing you.
You see, people don't know the process. And we have to embrace the process. We have to respect the process. So people come up with ideas today and they want to win tomorrow. They don't know what we have gone through. I've faced rejection before. That has given me, you should look at it as power to move to the next step. I've gone to stations before and they told me, nah, you're not worth the playlist.
Wow.
Yeah, and I go back and write some more and go to the studio until they call you one day.
Yeah.
And one day I'll remind them and I tell them, yo, you remember when I came? But I respect, it's the process. We have to respect it.
Yeah.
Don't look at it as rejection.
Yeah.
It's the process. It means I need to work more so that I get there. Because whoever is being played now on TV and radio, it's not favors. They've worked for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So let's get into your humanitarian projects, which I think is a very fascinating part about who King Kaka is. And you recently started the Bank on Me sanitary campaign, where you're trying to make sure that, is it 100,000
Yeah, 100,000 girls.
Yeah, are able to go to school, right? So tell us about that campaign.
Basically, I started it, I think, 8 months ago now. I witnessed a girl who wasn't able to go to school because she was undergoing a menses and in the rural area of Lodwar. And she was secluded in a hut, and she sat on sand, because they do that till now.
Right.
And it was really shocking. I asked myself, that happens now? It was shame on me because I didn't know. So when I came back to the city, I did a research and I found out, oh, this thing is worse than I thought. Then I always say, with power comes responsibility. So what am I doing with all this power? I mean, I get on stage and I perform in front of thousands of people, and I can command them. So how can I give them this knowledge that I've just gone through? So I said, what else can I do for the girl that I saw in Lodwar, for the girl who can't afford a sanitary towel in Lamu or Kitale? So I designed the logo for Bank on Me, and I made a proposal, and I presented it to my team. I told them, guys, this is our next project, and it has to have impact. I know it's a challenge, and we went to Makuyu Primary in Machakos. I took some of my gig money. I funded the trip, and we bought sanitary towels for 300 girls. And I called in a few of my friends where we mentored the girls and the boys. The good thing about my program is not only centered around girls, but also the boys, because it's our conversation.
True.
It's not the girls' conversation.
Yeah.
So as we speak, we have benefited 10,000 girls.
Whoa.
10,300. We could not do third term because Matiangi said no activities in school. So we're now going back third term, hoping we will get to the 100,000 girls.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you've hit 10,000 already.
Yes, which was challenging. We've learned a lot. It's a learning process for me and my team as well.
Right.
Because this is a new field. I'm learning a lot. In the beginning when I started, I didn't know about the menstrual cup.
Right. There's, I guess,
There's
a
a
lot
menstrual
you
cup.
needed to learn. YouTube.
Then we went to different areas. We were told that the menstrual cup is not allowed here. So we are trying also to develop a paper where, hoping either the government or some of the NGOs will pick it up. So the fact that we've gone to Lamu, Kitale, Machakos, we want to go to Mandera next. Different areas have different challenges. So that's what we are developing now.
And you're also part of the Better for Kenya campaign, which seeks to try and raise awareness around gender inequality in Kenya, and gender equality ultimately. And I found it really interesting that you are the only man in this group of influencers who's standing up and speaking out for women and men, being provided with equal opportunities. Why was it important for you to lend your voice to this campaign?
One, my campaign, I was just going about with my campaign, and then they reached out. I said, this is one of my agendas actually. Because the fact that I'm distributing sanitary towels does not mean that I'm not having the same conversation with the boys. So I was already in the gender equality space before even I joined Better for Kenya. But then I said, there's power in unity. If we can maximize on the agendas that we have, then well and good. So I was very happy to join.
Yeah.
I remember when I joined, social media went crazy. They're like, yeah, in your mama.
Oh man, social media.
Social media,
Yeah.
but people forget that we have sisters, we have mothers, we have wives, we have girlfriends, and we want the best for them. That's how I look at it. Do you want the best for your sister?
Absolutely.
That's the same question I would ask the people who are bashing the campaign. The Better for Kenya.
Yeah.
Do you want the best for your sister?
Yeah. And ultimately, it's the best for everyone. Because
for
when we
everyone.
all rise, we all rise. When we all win,
equal
we all
opportunities.
win. Yeah. So tell me about the goalkeepers event, because that was
a good experience.
I mean, I was just like looking at all the pictures, and I couldn't believe it. You on stage with all these people.
I couldn't believe it.
So do you still have those moments where you're like, wow, wow, wow?
I have them all the time.
Yeah?
All the time. Like there was a time I was seated with Bill Gates, Melinda, and Ed Sheeran.
At the goalkeepers event.
Yeah, like backstage.
Yeah.
And we're just telling stories. And at some point I was just like, in the back of my mind, I was like, yo, this is me from East Lando.
That must have been such a gratifying moment and
I couldn't believe it.
A validating moment.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I am here.
Yeah, and what mattered was my opinions mattered. I was on the plenary session with Melinda Gates and two other delegates.
Yeah.
But then even the audience was premium, from Grasa Machel to different presidents.
Wow.
The French president was there. Yeah,
King Kaka.
and guys were clapping. I was like, yo, this is something new.
That must have been out of this world. I can't believe it. I feel like pinching myself, and I wasn't even in that room.
Like, yeah,
but that's
this
incredible.
is crazy,
We have to take another break, but we'll be back with more from King Kaka. So don't go anywhere. energy, be there, okay? I now want to ask about your children. So obviously, everywhere you go, you are greatly admired. Whether it's for your business acumen, your artistry as a musician, entrepreneurship. So a lot of people sort of worship at your feet. So what do you think your children are most proud of?
I had a chat with one of my friends the other day, and I mentioned it, that as much as I'm doing all this and it's what I love to do, number one priority is my kids. I don't want to fail them. I mean, sometimes I fail the fans, maybe, I don't know, but I want to be perfect in front of my kids, and I want them to know that I'm also human. Sometimes I work really hard, like when I did the Islando royalty visits, listening party. I was going around the country just listening, exclusively listening to the album with the fans. There was a time I noticed, like 3 days I hadn't seen my daughter, and we were in the same house. So even that following morning, I delayed the team purposely, so that I could just. I even carried her to one of the listening parties, yeah. Because we might be achieving all this outside, but they say when family is everything. The peace is at home, yeah.
What has fatherhood taught you about yourself?
A lot of patience.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of patience. I'm learning new things every day, and just to appreciate life. I see my kids growing, and I see, like, the other day they were just born. Now we can have a conversation. Yeah. Like they have a mind of their own. I want them to make decisions, and they are making decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
Sort of like
pretty fascinating. Yeah. It's another world.
Like how your mom used to do it with you, with the money, and having you make those decisions.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so you are at 500,000 followers on Instagram. Do you ever think, wait a second, I have 500,000 people. I can fill a couple of stadiums. Does it ever hit you that you've got all these people at, waiting to hear from you, to see what you have to say? And what does it feel like?
I always have this saying that says, power without impact is useless. Even though we have to live our lives, I would wake up in the morning and just post, yo guys, nimeamka nataka kula ugali na kuku manze kabla nitoke. Because we're humans. And I go to kibanda za chapondondo because that's me. But also I meet people and they tell me, yo, I saw you in New York, man, you inspire me. And those are the kind of feedbacks and vibes that I get, and I feel like, yo, so I'm really using my page in a good way, because that's a media on its own. Depends on how you use it. You can use it wrongfully, in a positive way. So I'm choosing the positive and just being me.
Power without impact
is useless.
Yes. Power without impact is useless. So I also read somewhere that you don't want to be jostling for space in the media, in the showbiz business when you're in your 40s. So what do you want to do when you're in your 40s?
I just want to travel.
Travel.
Do business and travel.
At your
I love new sceneries. I love new cities.
What interesting places have you been to?
Cape Town was good.
Okay.
Rwanda.
Rwanda.
It's a nice place. Tanzania.
Okay.
But again, Kenya. Kenya is the most beautiful place in the world.
Nothing like home.
Nothing like home.
Okay, so now I want to do a segment that we do on the show here. It's called Beat the Clock. And I'll ask you questions, and you just have to answer as quickly and as honestly as possible. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
What is the first and last thing you do before going to bed?
Pray.
What time do you wake up?
Depends, but 4:30, 5.
For every day?
Most days, 4:30.
Wow, 4:30 a.m. Who's the last person who got you starstruck?
I think the last person was Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, that's a big one. I was just waiting, like, you're not going to say Bill Gates. I was asking for your opinion.
Yeah.
Although I did watch something with you recently when you were in, is it Hot 90?
Hot 97.
Hot 97, and you were being interviewed, and you were with Tracy Morgan, and he was just like giving you
chains, yeah.
chains on chains on chains. You must have.
We have a song with him in the album.
Wow.
He's on the
King
album.
Kaka, yeah.
Talib Kweli is also on the album.
Oh snap! Look at that. I couldn't believe it. You must meet a lot of famous people.
Now, yeah.
Now it's your lifestyle. Okay, so what's one thing you wish you started sooner?
I think for me everything is perfect. Perfectly timed. Yeah. Perfectly timed, yeah.
What TV shows are you currently obsessed with?
Narcos. Right now I'm watching Narcos.
That's a good one.
Mexico one.
Yeah. That's a really good one.
I was watching Snowfall.
Oh.
And I love documentaries a lot. Yeah.
Okay, what kind of documentaries?
Biographical documentaries. Yeah.
Interesting. That's what King Kaka does in his spare time. Okay, so would you rather do a song with Jay-Z or Beyonce?
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Yeah, like Jay-Z has really inspired me. I have his original decoded book at home.
Whoa, yeah.
I mean, he came from the ghetto. He has he has built an empire. He has failed. I remember he closed shop on Rockefeller Records. He was denied endorsements when he started. Yeah.
Yeah. His story actually is quite similar to yours.
Now he's a winner. He runs an empire.
Yeah.
Rock Nation. He's managing artists. Yeah.
His story is quite similar to yours. So if you had to change careers today and you couldn't do music, design, none of this stuff that you do, what would you do?
I love accounting.
Accounting.
Yeah.
King Kaka as an accountant. Can we all take a moment to picture that? Coming to King Kaka so that he can do your books for you.
Yeah.
Wow. You're just a jack of all trades. You just.
But I paint. I paint as well.
What? It's so interesting. You're like an onion. Every layer you peel, there's something more interesting.
I used to paint a lot. When that new culture of painting T-shirts came to Nairobi, we were the pioneers.
Hey. And now you've moved to merchandise like this, jumpsuits.
On that note, I have a gift for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. At least when you travel. I don't know if purple is your color.
I love this. Thank you. This is
I saw
so
you
cool.
with some paper bags. Juicy supermarket.
Wow.
Joala.
King Kaka is out here trying to throw shade. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is so kind. So where can people get this merchandise? Yeah.
This is limited edition.
Okay.
But we're online now. We have to embrace the online systems.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, you can just go on my page. There's a contact there.
Yeah.
Just inquire.
I love that. And we can all just be rocking East Lando Royalty merch, whether it's the bags or the jumpsuit, the Kaka Empire. That's what I'm gonna go after. This has been so incredible. Thank you for gracing us with your presence and for sharing a lot, whether it's about business, whether it's about art, or just the spirit of not giving up and understanding that you are in charge of your choices, and that life isn't happening to you, it's responding to you.
How many Sheng words do you know?
Now, okay. Okay, let me tell you. The only thing is, I feel
you
like
have to name 5.
Sheng keeps changing every day.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But what constitutes Sheng?
No. Go. Examine my answer.
Okay. So, Dame ni Sheng.
Ni Sheng.
Okay, Dame, Charlie.
Those are basic. Those are like class 1.
Okay, what grade? What
but
level?
It's fine,
okay,
it's
what
fine.
level?
Let's go on here. We are 2 now.
Okay.
Class 2 now.
Cheesy, cheesy.
Cheesy.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like you're crazy.
Okay.
You're just out of this. You lost it.
Okay.
You lost it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us. Okay, give me 5 Sheng words. Actually, maybe give me something.
Ndenga.
And you have to explain what it is.
Ndenga is gone.
No, I don't want that one. Why am I ever going to use that one? Give me something I can use.
Mention something, then I give you a Sheng word.
Okay, so I want to say...
Tuchekiane, you know.
yeah, let's see each other later. Tuchekiane, like badai. Yeah?
Okay.
That's class 1 also. Even I know that one.
Okay. Amazing. I'm surprised.
Okay. How? Okay, I don't know what. Maybe how do you say? What's up? Like
Niger.
Okay.
Niger.
So it's not Niaje anymore. It's Niger.
Yeah, they just twist it.
Niger.
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 Is Niaje.
Okay, Niger. Got it.
Niger.
Niger. If I'm leaving, I say.
Tuchekiane.
Oh, Tuchekiane. So that works. Okay.
Badai.
So. Chani. Wase. Ding. Nachani. Wase.
Wase wangu Niger.
Tuchekiane. Yeah, tuchekiane.
Kwa imeweza kuweza.
Yeah. Why don't you end the show?
Mbulu.
What's that?
Mbulu.
Yeah.
Mbulu is TV.
TV.
Yeah.
Mbulu.
Mbulu.
Okay. So. Wase.
Wase Niger.
Chekitui Mbulu. Na tuchekiane kesho. No, tuchekiane Monday. Tuchekiane Monday. But atakuacha na events diary ya hii weekend. Weekend is? Weekend too. Weekend haina story. Okay, sawa. But check it to hii events diary. Na tuonane Monday.
Tuchekiane Monday are there. That was a good one.
Carl Entertainment is proud to present the 30 Billion Concert with Mr. Assurance, Davido, live in concert alongside The Cancel, DJ Joe Mfalme, DJ Potager, and DJ Sem at the Uhuru Gardens starting this Saturday at 5 p.m. to Sunday 5 a.m. Regular advanced tickets are 3,000 shillings. Regular at the gate tickets are going for 3,500 and 10,000 for the VIP. You can get the tickets via Ticketsasa. Christmas season is fast approaching and the luxury market will be showcasing the highest quality products and services. Vendors will be selling everything ranging from fashion and leather goods, jewelry and watches, perfumes and cosmetics, visual arts and sculptures. Go for a day of shopping, good music and mouth-watering food and drinks at the Park Inn by Radisson Hotel in Westlands from Sunday 25th November at 10 a.m. to Sunday 23rd December at 6 p.m. And finally, National Museums of Kenya presents the amazing wonders of Kenya's underwater cultural heritage starting Monday the 26th at 9 a.m. to Wednesday the 28th of November at 5 p.m. The location is the Nairobi City Hall.
Teddy B. Unanipa kila sababu kuchakarika kila siku ayoyo